Jason Cruz with MMA Payout here. The champ is here, Liz Carmouche. December 9th, your rematch against Juliana Velasquez goes down in Uncasville, Connecticut. The first question I have for you, Liz, is how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I feel like my body's right where it needs to be, and it's been a great camp.
Great. Now, let me ask you this question. I don't know if you recall back in the day with Tim Sylvia, but he used to wear his belt around in public. Now, have you, since retaining the belt, decided to, it's time to go to the grocery store, I'll just put on the belt and walk around?
In my old gym, there used to be a tradition that for the first month that you had the belt, you had to take it everywhere and you had to wear it. And it's just, I'm just not that type of person. Like it was even, I had a shadow box that I'm trying to put it together at home and put it up. But it's something too that'll go in my little training area of my home gym, not necessarily as the mantle of the home for everybody to see. But definitely like my friends and stuff, they're like, hey, I know you're coming over and your post-fight, we need you to bring the belt. I'm like, okay. I'm just coming over for coffee. You're like, yeah, but you're going to bring the belt too. I'm like, all right, I guess so.
Now, do you put it over your shoulder or do you actually wear it like a belt?
For everybody, when they've asked for it, I just put it over the shoulder.
Yeah. I never know what the appropriate way to wear it would be. If either you show it more or do you wear it like a belt. But no, that's great. First of all, also congratulations. Long time coming. What are your thoughts on when you finally got that strap around your waist or on your shoulder?
I'm excited that the opportunity finally came, and then it came with Bellator. They've been a great organization that's taking care of me, and I'm fortunate that I'm finally able to hold the belt and be with the organization that's right there side by side, and just as happy as I am.
Now, I know that at least from the challenger's perspective, the ending did not go the way that she wanted, and there was an appeal and everything like that. Do you think of that at all as tarnishing how you received the title, or is it just how it happened?
Yeah, I definitely feel like her upward did kind of tarnish the luster that it had and that I was anticipating and hopeful of. But at the same time, that just puts that much more motivation to shine it that much brighter with her blood in the next fight.
Excellent. And now, so I noticed, I don't, maybe I'm not being fully detailed that I should be, but like your striking has been much sharper, I believe, in your last two fights. Is that attributed to anything, or was I just not paying attention?
No. If I've been doing this for 12 years, 8 of those years, I was majority with one gym. And then over the past 6 years, I would say I started working with a different coach and to improve. But for the last 2, it was kind of splitting my attention out of loyalty at the cost of my career. And then the last 4, I've finally been able to split away and just focus on being with him. And as a result, I feel like my entire game has improved, but predominantly my striking.
And so that kind of goes behind a little bit about how things work, just interpersonal communications and coaching like that. How difficult was that to kind of break away from? I'm sure friends and or just the familiarity. How difficult was that?
It was really difficult. It was something that with my former coaches we talked about for a while. That it seemed like, I mean, I was getting lackadaisical. I put my hands down with training. My work ethic and the output was still the same, but I was able to put my hands down and mess around and do things that I would never tell my students to do, that I would never normally do, and just get away with things where I wasn't being challenged. And it wasn't for trying, lack of effort. I was having to go with guys that are substantially larger just to be able to challenge myself. And they kept talking about how I needed to branch out and I needed to go work with some other teams, work with some other coaches, but I felt like I was disloyal to do that. And then when I did try and do that, I was actually discouraged despite being told that that's what I needed to do. So it was really difficult feeling like I was slapping the faces and all the hands of the people that had helped me out for so long.
Mm-hmm. And so after you won the title, I mean, was there kind of a moment there where you were able to go and thank your old coaches, old people, old friends, that sort of thing?
From day one, even in leaving them, I've been nothing but gracious to them and telling them thank you. And in all my interviews, I said that um, I whether it was just these last 4 years and all this win streak with Bellator has been because of a different coaching staff. I still had to have a base and I still had to have a starting point. And I wouldn't be where I am today had it not been for Manolo Hernandez. He was a big person and a big advocate for my career and being able to help me advance that. Had he not been there, I wouldn't be where I am. He was able to make the calls and set up opportunities for me. So he's definitely somebody I've let know just how grateful I am and for everything that he did for me.
Excellent. That's good. That's good to know. Now, since April, how has your life changed as the champ? Is there more media obligations? Do you get the better seat during the workouts? I'm sure there's quite a bit of razzing at your gym about it, perhaps. But how has it changed?
Yeah, honestly, I'm saying that was probably the two biggest changes were, like I said, coming home and friends and family and stuff, businesses that I would frequent reaching out, being like, hey, we know you're going to come by for coffee, or we know you're coming by for this treat. Bring the belt with you so we can take a picture together. And then, of course, like the gym put on a barbecue as a celebratory barbecue for all my efforts. And that came as a big surprise. I mean, you walk into the gym and there are other champions that I train with, whether it be Bellator, whether it be in boxing, whether it be in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all over the place. And so I constantly hear them being referred to as champ. And then they come in and I'm like, looking, I'm like, I didn't see it. And I'm like, you, oh yeah, right, my bad. As I'm looking for the people that are talking to, I'm like, but they're not here right now. Who are you talking to? You're looking at me, but that's so definitely there were a few changes. But at the same time, I I tried to make it be as humble as possible and make sure that who I am hasn't changed. I don't think if there's a big drastic change in who I am, then that seems like almost a temporary fleet and then it's just going to go away. But I've been working for this and believe that who I am as a champion. I just didn't have the right opportunity or made a mistake. So just because I have this doesn't change who I've always been.
Excellent, excellent. And now you face a familiar foe there, Juliana Velasquez, next week. Do you believe this is kind of more personal now because of what went down after the fight with the appeal process and the belief that she didn't receive a fair shake? Is this a little more personal than it was before?
Yeah, before it was certainly whether I played it off or not, there's certainly a little bit personal to it. I didn't think that when she fought Alima that was the right decision. In my mind, when if it goes to decision, it has to be without a doubt. It's like going to court. There has to be no question in anybody's mind. And I didn't have that feeling when she won the belt. And so there's certainly, like, whether I was telling people or not, there's a little bit of vengeance going into it that I wanted to beat her for the sake of my friend Alima and to bring it back to San Diego for us and for everything we worked for. But it's even more personal now with the attitude, the behavior, the reactions that she has, the way that she disrespected Bellator. In my mind, it's a lot more personal now.
Interesting, interesting. Well, I know you have a lot on your plate, champ. So I will let you go. But we will all be watching December 9th, Friday night, next Friday night. You leave for Connecticut. I'm sure as get a champ seat on the plane. So we wish you good health and good luck on next Friday.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a great one, champ. We'll see you later.
You have a good one too.
Okay, bye-bye.